This video did not find you by accident. It arrived at just the right moment, carried by something greater than you or me. Maybe it's your guardian angel. Maybe it's a whisper from the universe. Or maybe, just maybe, it's the gentle way God is protecting you tonight. Because the truth is, you are here for a reason. You didn't just click on a random video. You are here because your body, your health, and your sleep have been crying out for help. And deep down, you know it. If you have found yourself waking up over and over again at night, tired, frustrated, even helpless, you are not alone. And this, right here, may be the last message you need before your nights finally become peaceful again. Let's be honest. Waking up multiple times just to run to the bathroom isn't just inconvenient, it's exhausting. It steals your rest. It robs you of your energy. And it ruins the day that follows. You go to bed hoping for deep rest. But then, 1 a.m., your eyes snap open. 3 a.m., again. By sunrise, your body feels as if it never slept at all. At first, you try to laugh it off. Well, I guess this is just part of getting older. But let's be real. Nobody dreams of their golden years being spent racing between the bed and the bathroom like an Olympic sprinter. The truth is, it does not have to be this way. Nighttime urination, what doctors call nocturia, is one of the most common struggles for people over 60. And while it may sound like a small nuisance, the impact is massive. Every trip to the bathroom shatters your sleep cycle. And when your sleep is broken, your health slowly unravels. Think about it. Your brain doesn't get the time it needs to clear out toxins. Your heart doesn't fully reset. Your mood becomes fragile. And your energy for the next day disappears. It's not just about being sleepy. It's about losing the very foundation of your health. And here's the surprising part, nocturia isn't always about the bladder. Yes, sometimes it's related to age, prostate issues, or overactive bladder muscles. But many times, the hidden trigger is right on your dinner plate. Specifically, fruit. Now, I know what you're thinking, wait a second. Fruit? The healthy stuff? The thing my doctor tells me to eat more of? Yes. Exactly that. Because while fruit is packed with vitamins and fiber, some of it can secretly work against your sleep. Certain fruits act like little alarm clocks for your bladder, acidic, watery, or sugary, pushing you to wake up at the worst times. And here's where it gets even more interesting. While some fruits sabotage your rest, others can actually calm your bladder, support your kidneys, and help you sleep through the night. So, if you've been blaming your age, or thinking you just have to live with it, think again. What you choose to eat, especially in the evening, can make the difference between restless nights and waking up refreshed, with energy to actually enjoy your day. And in just a moment, we're going to dive into the exact list. The fruits you must avoid if you want peaceful sleep, and the ones that act like nature's gentle medicine for your body at night. But first, let's pause and reflect. Because you are not alone in this struggle. Meet James, he's 68, lives in Florida, and used to joke that he had season tickets to his bathroom. Every night, 2, 3, sometimes 4 trips. His wife teased that she could set her watch by him. But behind the jokes, James felt drained. His mornings were heavy, his afternoons sluggish. He thought this was simply old age. Until he made one small change. And that, my friend, is where your journey begins too. Here's where most people get it wrong. They believe that waking up several times at night is just normal. That it's something you have to accept once you hit 60. Grandpa wakes up 3 times a night? Well, that's just how it goes. Or, my personal favorite. Hey, at least you're getting your steps in. Who needs a Fitbit when your bladder tracks your midnight miles? Funny? Yes. Healthy? Absolutely not. Because the truth is, constant nighttime trips to the bathroom are not a mandatory part of aging. They are a signal. A whisper from your body that something deeper is going on. But here's the twist, it's not always the bladder's fault. Yes, sometimes it's an enlarged prostate. Sometimes it's overactive bladder muscles. But many times, it comes down to what you eat and drink, especially in the evening. And this is where people shake their heads in disbelief. Wait a minute, food? Fruit? You're telling me my healthy evening snack is what's keeping me up all night? Exactly. See, not all fruits are created equal. Some are like gentle friends, soothing, calming, helping your body rest. Others? They're little pranksters. They sneak in sugar, acids, and water that push your bladder to work overtime, even when the rest of your body is begging for rest. Think of it this way. You wouldn't drink 3 cups of coffee at midnight and expect to sleep, right? Well, eating certain fruits late at night has a similar effect. They might not give you the caffeine buzz, but they send your bladder into overdrive. And here's the big misconception. People think, if it's fruit, it must be safe. It must be healthy. It must be good at any time of day. But your body doesn't see it that way. For example, acidic fruits like oranges or pineapples can irritate your bladder lining. Watery fruits like watermelon flood your system. Sugary fruits like grapes give your kidneys a workout when they should be resting. It's like inviting a marching band into your bedroom at midnight. Yes, the instruments are technically good for music, but do you want the tuba blasting while you're trying to dream? Didn't think so. So, let me ask you something. Does this sound like your nights? You go to bed tired. You close your eyes. And just as you're drifting off, your bladder whispers, "Hey buddy, let's take a little walk." If that sounds familiar, I want you to pause for a moment. Because the problem may not be age. It may not even be your bladder. It could be your evening routine, those simple choices about what you eat and drink before bed. And here's the good news, once you know the truth, you can take back control. You don't have to accept sleepless nights as your destiny. You can make changes, small, simple, powerful changes, that restore your rest. That's exactly why we're here together tonight. Because I want to show you not just what's causing the problem, but also the fruits that will gently guide you back into deep, uninterrupted sleep. But before we move on, let me ask for something small. If what I've shared so far makes sense, if it feels like I've just described your nights, then don't keep this message to yourself. Hit the like button so more people struggling with this same problem can finally find relief. Share this video with a friend or loved one who you know is waking up at night too often. Trust me, they'll thank you later. And drop a quick comment down below. Just type, "I'm ready to sleep through the night." Because when you write it, you're not only telling me, you're telling your body, your mind, and the universe that you're choosing healing. And if you want more wisdom, practical, proven, and uplifting, make sure you subscribe to this channel. That way, every week, you'll get more tools to protect your health, strengthen your body, and enjoy your golden years with peace and energy. Now, are you ready for the real list? The 5 fruits that quietly sabotage your sleep, and the 5 that can help you finally rest like a child again? Let's dive in. The silent sleep saboteurs, 5 fruits to avoid. Now it's time to reveal the quiet culprits. The fruits that look innocent, taste delicious, and even appear healthy on the surface, but when eaten late in the evening, they quietly sabotage your sleep. Remember, this isn't about demonizing fruit. Fruit is a gift. But timing matters. And when you're over 60, the way your body processes sugar, water, and acid changes. What once was harmless can now rob you of the very rest you need to stay healthy. Let's walk through them, one by one. 1. Watermelon, the flood you didn't ask for. Watermelon. Sweet. Refreshing. Perfect on a hot summer afternoon. But late at night, it's a nightmare in disguise. Here's why. Watermelon is made of 92% water. That means if you eat a bowl after dinner, you're basically filling your bladder like a water balloon. And what happens to water balloons when they get too full? Exactly, they burst. In this case, they burst into your sleep. Picture this, you're finally drifting off, wrapped in the comfort of your blankets. Suddenly, your bladder taps you on the shoulder and says, "Excuse me, but we have a situation." You drag yourself out of bed, half asleep, make the trip to the bathroom, and by the time you crawl back under the covers, the deep sleep window has already closed. For older adults, the kidneys don't filter as quickly as they once did, which makes the problem worse. The extra water from watermelon in the evening simply doesn't get processed before bedtime. It waits until you're asleep, then wakes you up. So, enjoy watermelon, absolutely. Just keep it a daytime treat. 2. Citrus fruits, the acidic alarm clock. Oranges, grapefruits, lemons, tangerines. They sparkle with vitamin C. They're bright. They're cheerful. But inside your body at night, they're tiny acid bombs. Here's the issue: citrus fruits are highly acidic. And as we age, the lining of the bladder and urinary tract becomes more sensitive. That acid can irritate the bladder walls, triggering that sudden, urgent need to urinate, even if the bladder isn't completely full. It's like your bladder panicking over a false alarm. Think of it as a car alarm that goes off when the wind blows. There's no real danger, but the irritation is enough to jolt you out of your sleep. On top of that, acidic fruits late at night can also cause acid reflux. The combination? Stomach discomfort plus bladder urgency. A recipe for staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m. wondering why you didn't just stick to a gentler evening snack. So, enjoy your orange in the morning. Drink that grapefruit juice with breakfast. But at night, let your bladder rest. 3. Grapes, sweet, juicy, and surprisingly disruptive. Grapes seem harmless. Tiny. Cute. Easy to pop in your mouth. And yet, they hide a double challenge: sugar and water. First, grapes are surprisingly high in natural sugars. Now, sugar isn't just a sweetener, it's also a mild stimulant. Eating grapes late at night can slightly raise blood sugar, giving your bladder and kidneys extra work just as your body is trying to wind down. Second, grapes carry a high water content. It's not watermelon level flooding, but enough to add more liquid to your system when you least need it. The result? A 1-2 punch, sugar nudging your bladder awake, water filling it up. And if you've ever had just a handful of grapes while watching TV, you know how easy it is to lose track and suddenly eat 20. Let me put it this way: grapes are like that friend who seems fun at first but doesn't know when to leave the party. They show up sweet and cheerful, but by midnight, they're the Reese. 4. Pineapple, tropical trouble in disguise. Pineapple. Bright. Tangy. Tropical. It feels like vacation in every bite. But just because it feels like vacation doesn't mean it lets your bladder relax. Here's the deal: pineapple is another fruit that is highly acidic. Just like citrus, it can irritate the bladder lining, triggering that constant urge to get up. But that's not all. Pineapple also contains a significant amount of natural sugar. And in older adults, spikes in blood sugar can actually make the kidneys push out more urine as they try to keep balance. So what you get is a double disruption: acid bladder irritation, sugar more urine production. In the daytime, this isn't such a big deal. You move around, your body handles it. But at night, when the goal is deep, uninterrupted sleep, pineapple can be a hidden saboteur. Think of it this way: pineapple is great at a barbecue by the beach. But on your bedside table? It's a recipe for 3 a.m. frustration. 5. Apples at night, the surprise culprit. This one shocks a lot of people. Apples are practically a symbol of health. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, right? Yes, but maybe not right before bed. Here's why: apples are high in natural sugar and fiber. During the day, that's fantastic. The sugar gives a bit of energy, the fiber keeps digestion smooth. But at night, that same fiber can stimulate digestion, essentially waking up your gut when it should be winding down. For some, that means gas, bloating, or simply a restless stomach. And combined with the natural sugar, it can slightly raise alertness, making it harder to fall back into deep sleep after a bathroom trip. It's not that apples are bad. They're wonderful. Just not as a late-night snack. Think of them as the friend you call in the morning, not the one you invite over at midnight. The bigger picture. So there you have it, the 5 fruits that often sabotage your sleep if eaten in the evening. Watermelon. Citrus fruits. Grapes. Pineapple. Apples at night. Notice the pattern? Too much water, too much acid, too much sugar, or a combination of them. Each of these puts unnecessary stress on your bladder, your kidneys, or your digestive system at the very time when your body should be repairing itself in deep sleep. And here's something important to remember, timing is everything. Many of these fruits are fantastic in the morning or afternoon. They're healthy, they nourish you, they energize you. But at night, they become quiet saboteurs. So don't think of this as a ban. Think of it as a gentle reshuffling. By choosing the right fruits at the right time, you allow your body to rest the way it was designed to. The Nighttime Protectors, 5 fruits to eat for peaceful sleep. Now that we've uncovered the hidden saboteurs, let's turn to the good news. Because nature doesn't just take away, she gives back. And when it comes to peaceful, uninterrupted sleep, certain fruits are your allies. They calm your bladder. They relax your muscles. And they whisper to your body, it's safe. You can rest now. Let's meet the 5 protectors, 5 fruits that can help you finally sleep through the night. 1. Bananas, the gentle muscle relaxer. Picture this, it's evening. The day is behind you. Your body feels heavy, your mind a little restless. This is where the banana steps in like an old friend. Bananas are rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that work together to relax your muscles and prevent unwanted cramps. And for anyone who has ever woken up at 2 a.m. with a leg cramp, you know how valuable that is. But here's the hidden gift, magnesium also helps to quiet the nervous system. It lowers stress, reduces tension, and signals your body to move toward rest. For the bladder, potassium helps reduce spasms. That means fewer urgent signals waking you up. The key is timing. Eat 1 small banana about an hour before bed. Not too much, just enough to deliver the minerals your body craves. Think of it as nature's sleeping pill, soft, gentle, and wrapped in a yellow peel. 2. Cherries, nature's melatonin. If bananas are the muscle relaxers, cherries are the sleep signalers. Especially tart cherries. Here's why, cherries contain natural melatonin. That's the very hormone your body produces to regulate sleep-wake cycles. But as we age, melatonin levels naturally drop. That's one reason why older adults often struggle to fall and stay asleep. Adding cherries, or even a small glass of tart cherry juice in the early evening, can help restore that signal. It's like giving your body a gentle reminder, hey, it's bedtime. Imagine it, instead of tossing and turning, your mind slowly quiets, your eyelids grow heavy, and you drift off naturally. And unlike synthetic sleep pills, cherries don't knock you out or leave you groggy. They just nudge your body back toward its natural rhythm. 3. Blueberries, the urinary tract protector. Blueberries may be small, but they are mighty. They're packed with antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their deep blue color. These compounds reduce inflammation, support blood vessels, and, importantly, protect the urinary tract. Why does this matter? Because bladder irritation is one of the biggest triggers for nighttime awakenings. When your bladder lining is calm and healthy, you are less likely to get those urgent, false signals at 3 a.m. And here's a bonus, blueberries are naturally low in sugar compared to many fruits. That means they won't spike your blood sugar or force your kidneys to work overtime in the middle of the night. Think of blueberries as tiny shields, guarding your bladder while you sleep. A small bowl in the evening, maybe mixed with a little Greek yogurt, can be both satisfying and sleep-supporting. 4. Papaya, the gentle healer. Papaya often gets overlooked, but it deserves a place on your evening plate. Why? Because papaya is low in acid and very gentle on the digestive system. For older adults who may struggle with acid reflux or stomach discomfort, papaya soothes instead of irritates. It also contains an enzyme called papain, which aids digestion. But unlike the fiber overload of apples, papaya works gently, helping your system settle instead of stirring it awake. On top of that, papaya supports kidney function by providing hydration and micronutrients without the overload of water or sugar. Imagine finishing dinner, waiting an hour, and then enjoying a few slices of soft, ripe papaya. Your stomach feels calm, your bladder remains unbothered, and your body quietly shifts into healing mode. 5. Pears, cool, calm, and bladder-friendly. Finally, we come to pears. Understated. Simple. But powerful. Pears are naturally alkaline, which makes them soothing for the bladder. Unlike acidic fruits, pears won't irritate sensitive tissues. In fact, they can help balance acidity in your system. They also provide gentle hydration without overwhelming your kidneys. Think of pears as a light, cooling fruit that refreshes you while still respecting your need for rest. And here's the beauty: pears are soft, easy to digest, and naturally sweet without being overloaded with sugar. For seniors especially, they're a comforting, safe evening choice. If you've ever felt betrayed by fruits that triggered nighttime bathroom trips, pears are the trustworthy companion. They don't make promises they can't keep, they just quietly do their job, helping your body stay calm through the night. How to use these fruits wisely. Now, a quick word of caution: even these protector fruits should be eaten in moderation. The best timing? Finish them before 7 p.m. This gives your body time to process the nutrients without filling your bladder right before sleep. A great evening ritual might look like this. Dinner at least 3 hours before bed. Around 7 p.m., a small serving of fruit, maybe half a banana and a handful of tart cherries. After that, just water sipped lightly, not gulped. This simple shift can create a powerful difference. Because it's not just about what you eat, it's about when you eat it. The balance of nature. So let's step back for a moment. We've seen the saboteurs, fruits that, though healthy, can disrupt your rest when eaten at the wrong time. And now we've met the protectors, the fruits that support your bladder, calm your muscles, and restore your sleep. It's almost poetic, isn't it? Nature offers both the problem and the solution. And with a little wisdom, you can choose the path that leads to healing. Remember this: sleep is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It's the nightly repair shop where your brain clears toxins, your heart resets, your body heals. Every time you wake up unnecessarily, that repair is interrupted. But every night you sleep deeply, you add days, maybe even years, of health and vitality to your life. So tonight, when you stand in your kitchen after dinner, pause. Look at the fruit basket. And ask yourself, do I want a restless night, or do I want healing? Choose wisely. Because your tomorrow begins with how you sleep tonight. Now you know which fruits to avoid, and which to embrace. But here's the truth: food alone isn't enough. What really unlocks the power of deep sleep is combining the right fruits with the right evening habits. Here's your simple nighttime routine. No caffeine after 2 p.m., even a little coffee or tea in the afternoon can keep your bladder active long into the night. Eat dinner at least 3 hours before bed. This gives your stomach time to digest fully. Finish fruits by 7 p.m., that's your sweet spot for enjoying the good ones without late-night interruptions. Elevate your legs for 20 minutes before sleep. This reduces swelling and prevents excess fluid from shifting to the bladder overnight. The sleep combo: 1 banana and a few tart cherries, about an hour before bed. Gentle minerals plus natural melatonin. Think of this as your nighttime healing ritual. Simple, practical, powerful. Sleep is not just rest. Sleep is repair. When you enter deep sleep, your brain clears toxins that build up during the day. Your heart and blood vessels reset, lowering risk of heart disease. Your cells repair damage and strengthen immunity. But when you wake up again and again, this process is cut short. That's why you feel drained, forgetful, or moody the next day. Protecting your sleep is not just about comfort. It's about protecting your life. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You lie down at night, and for the first time in years, you sleep all the way through. No rushing to the bathroom. No staring at the ceiling. Morning comes and you wake up refreshed. Calm. Strong. Ready. You go for a walk. You laugh with friends. You feel lighter. Younger. More alive. That version of you is real. And it begins with the small choices you make tonight. Now, if this message has spoken to you, don't keep it to yourself. Comment below, type tonight, I choose healing. Say it, write it, claim it. Like this video so more people can find peace at night. Share it with someone you love, because no one deserves sleepless nights. And most of all, subscribe. Because this is only the beginning of your healing journey, and every week, you will discover more ways to protect your health, your energy, and your golden years. Remember, sleep is sacred. Guard it. Protect it. Because when you heal your nights, you transform your days.